More on the growing threat from China. Let's bring in Congressman Jim Banks. He's a member of the House Armed Services Committee who's also an outspoken critic of China and their growing ability to spy on us. Congressman, good of you to join us, sir. We appreciate it. Because of the leaks, we now know there are thousands of Chinese operatives that have infiltrated companies like Boeing and Pfizer and even Volkswagen. We don't know how compromised Congress might be, which is why House Oversight sent a letter to FBI Director Wray that reads in part, quoting here, going forward, understanding the scope of the Chinese Communist Party's whole operation is critical to combating and preventing any future attempts to undermine our U.S. government institutions. Congressman, do you think the FBI has a handle on how deep this goes?
Well, Trace, there are a lot of tentacles and directions that this investigation goes into. You talked about major corporations in America who have been coerced by the Chinese Communist Party. We've seen professional sports teams, the NBA. We've seen figures in Hollywood. The difference between all of them and Eric Swalwell is that Eric Swalwell is a member of Congress who's privy to highly classified intelligence that he's regularly briefed on by the House Intelligence Committee. I've served on the Armed Services Committee for 4 years, and I can tell you I've sat through classified briefings after classified briefing to learn more about the China threat and what they're trying to do to America to dominate us economically and militarily. The reason this is still, even though this story is several days old, the reason that it's still a highly relevant story to the American people is that House Democrats still have not done anything about it. I mean, let me tell you, if Kevin McCarthy was Speaker of the House, he would have removed any Republican if this happened to them. But the fact that Speaker Pelosi has yet to remove Eric Swalwell from the House Intelligence Committee tells us one of two things. Either she too is compromised, or secondly, that she needs Eric Swalwell's vote so badly in a couple of weeks for Speaker of the House that she can't afford to alienate him.
It's a fair point talking about the intelligence that Swalwell is privy to, and you have this recurring theme. They say, lawmakers don't really know how compromised they are by Chinese operatives. But if you did know, like Eric Swalwell did know back in 2015, wouldn't you raise the alarm bells about China instead of going on and on about this phony Russian collusion narrative?
Yeah, that's the thing about Eric Swalwell, is we've heard him for 4 years beat up on the president over the Russian collusion hoax. And now we find out that all along, even before President Trump came to office, he was compromised by the Chinese Communist Party and a Chinese spy. So we don't know how far this goes, though. Does it include other members of Congress? And that's why the FBI needs to continue to do their work. I've been briefed by the FBI, by the way, and I guarantee you many other members of Congress have as well, been briefed by the FBI about susceptibility to foreign influences like this one. So it's not like this is a new concept or new idea to members of Congress. We're well aware that adversarial interest would like to compromise us and get us on the hook and share with them information that could be useful for their country. It's long past time for Nancy Pelosi to put country over her political party and remove Eric Swalwell from the House Intelligence Committee.
Congressman, I got to go, but a member of the House Armed Services Committee, how concerned are you about the threat China poses?
It's the biggest threat that we face, the greatest existential threat that America faces today. And the fact that the Democrats won't even participate in a bipartisan effort that Kevin McCarthy put together in the China Task Force tells you that the Democrat Party is the pro-China party and the Republican Party is the party that's trying to do something about it.
Indiana Congressman Jim Banks, sir, thank you for coming on this morning. We appreciate it.
Thank you.